much would you? What do you think the most you weighed since the Thurman fight in those 2 years? 150, or did you ever get over 150, 160, something like that?
150. 150.
So you never be above that. Okay.
What was it about Spence as a person? I mean, you talked about the lack of smack talk, that you don't want that. Did you look at him as a human being and say, I like this guy, I like what he brings to the sport, and that's why I want him to be my opponent?
Yeah, he's a respectful person, and that's what I want. That's what we want. And that's what I want for a fighter to be respected by the people, respected by the fans, respected by the other fighters. And we as fighters, we have our job in the ring. We perform, so we did our roles as a fighter. All of us, both fighters, has a goal to win the fight. We do our best, and after that, make sure that you can be an inspiration to the fight.
Hey Manny, what does Errol do best in the ring? What does Errol Spence do best in the ring?
Being a fighter, an aggressive fighter, throwing a lot of punches.
Since Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford don't want to fight each other, are you just going to fight Terrence Crawford after this and show him how it's done?
One at a time.
One at a time. Was the Terrence Crawford close to happening? How close was that fight to actually happening?
Yeah, almost.
Mm-hmm. Close but no cigar, huh?
Do you remember the first time you ever heard of Errol Spence? When we talked to him in 2019, he said he wanted to fight you. Do you remember the first time you heard of him? And what did you think of him calling you out? What did you think of his fight style then? When did you first become aware of Errol Spence?
When he said that after his fight in what was that? In Texas, I think. Texas. I can say possible. It's possible.
During this time, he mentioned that the negotiations were very easy for you. What were must-have things you wanted? What was important to you about this fight? Why was this the one for you to choose when so many people are chasing you?
It's easy to negotiate with Errol Spence because we are the same management. So the negotiation is not hard for us.
When you look at some of his other victories, do you have a victory of his or a performance of his that you've enjoyed, that you've seen him participate in? Do you have a fight that you think was his best win?
I think the important here is to fight with him. In our fight is more. We can see a lot of action in the ring. That's I think the people want to see action fight in the ring.
Manny, obviously Errol had the very big car accident, and he said he was about 80% in his last fight with Danny Garcia. Did you notice a lesser version of himself?
You know, first thing that before I answer that, when I heard the accident, I'm shocked, and when I saw the car that he drove, it's like I'm so shocked. And then thank God that he's alive and he recovered like that. So I told him that you have to thank God for another life. God save you for a purpose and giving you second life for a purpose. I think he will realize that be an inspiration to everybody.
But did you think he looked a little less than his full strength in the Garcia fight? Do you think he still is at 100%?
Still have that passion. Still have the strength and the style.
How much different are you training in preparation for Keith Thurman than you'll be training for Errol Spence? How much different is your camp in preparation for these fights?
I think it's the same.
It's the same. You're not doing anything different for
Errol. The intensity is the same, more than, but the style is different. He's
southpaw.
Yes.
Yeah.
Manny, how is sparring?
The style is different.
How has sparring been going? I talked to your sparring partners. You hit very hard.
This man loves the challenge. He's
he's a real warrior, a real fighter. He was raised in this, bred in this, and he wants the best till the day he's done. He doesn't want to be in a training camp to fight anybody. He wants to be in a training camp to fight the best in the world. And I'm very proud of him.
Can I have another picture with you?
What's the secret? The secret is discipline and hard work. Not only training, but hard work.
Senator, why?
So boxing is not only training, remember that, but hard work.
Senator, why do your opponents have so much respect for you after the fight? Antonio Margarito said the same thing. He said he's going with you to beat Spence. Oscar De Leon, so respectful for you. All the opponents, Miguel Cotto.
Here's the situation, if you understand. When let's say, I'm not Manny Pacquiao. When I watch Manny Pacquiao's fight, when I see his fight, his style, in a video, in live like that, it's kind of like a simple opponent. It's kind of easy opponent like that. But when you get there, when you test the strength and the speed like that, then you will realize that the truth about Manny Pacquiao. I think that's different.
Who inspires you, Manny? Who inspires you?
Inspire me?
Yeah.
Where I came from.
Just a
My
pass?
experience.
Okay. I know you're still working with your kids back home.
Believe me, where I came from, I cannot believe what I have done, what I have accomplished. Until right now, I'm still amazed of what I have done. Because for your information, I experienced to sleep in the streets. No food, no shelter. And that's Manny Pacquiao.
That sticks in you.
When you ask me who inspired me, my relationship to God, where I came from.
So we've heard the phrase that it's hard to get motivated when you're sleeping in satin sheets. When you do excel to where where you've become and where you've gotten, how do you still find that boost of energy? Is it you thinking about your past and where you came from to get motivated and train for these fights that you get into?
I always think about my family, myself, where I came from, how hard life is when, all those things. But in God's guidance, I'm always inspired.
Kobe, Manny, this week you wore a Kobe t-shirt. You had a special relationship with Kobe. He told me he was your friend, you're his boy. Why did you rep his shirt this week?
Oh, Kobe is, I know that he's my friend. He came to the Philippines and we hung out together like that. We had a great experience with my friend, and I'm so sad when that tragedy happened.
Manny, when you end up retiring officially, do you see yourself doing boxing exhibitions? Like, what is your opinion on these boxing exhibitions? Is it bad for the sport, you think? The quality?
Well, that's good to entertain the fans, the boxing. To be active in boxing, to have exercise.
It doesn't interest you, though?
Although I love exercise after my boxing, what I'm going to do is playing basketball or playing badminton.
Maybe an exhibition with Conor McGregor?
I know you run a team in the Philippines. Do you want to own an NBA team by chance?
NBA?
Yeah. Would you like to be a owner of an NBA basketball team?
Almost before.
I'm sorry.
Almost before.
Oh, before it was close.
Close.
Which team were you looking at?
Before?
Yeah. Oh, you can't say.
What are the Suns doing well this season? Since we're talking about basketball, they have Game 3 today. What are the Phoenix Suns doing so well this season and in the playoffs?
They play like the Sun is. They play no stars. They're all very mixed together, and they maximize their strength. I mean, basketball is for five-man team. So they use that five-man team.
Teamwork.
There's a team that they use only two-man team, like the star and then the point guard and their star like that. But Phoenix Sun is different. They play like a 5-man team. You know how the ball pass like that? Oh, amazing.
That's pretty.
That's basketball.
Do you take some of those principles in your own training? Is that why you like a huge camp? Is that why you like people running with you that have that, having that team mentality, even though boxing is a one-man
boxing is
sport?
different. That yourself is the one who wins the fight in the ring. So make sure that you're 100% condition. And when I'm talking about training, it's not only training but hard work, and discipline. Make sure your body is 100% condition, mentally, physically.
Thank you, Manny.
Thank you.